Some of my most meaningful moments in Jewish life have been around the Shabbat table. Erev Shabbat on Friday evening is a time when we transition from the busyness of the week. We allow our cares and concerns to drift away and invite the joy and rest of Shabbat. Perhaps the most important part of the Shabbat table is the preparation. This is a time when we come home from work early to clean, cook, bake challah, and be intentional about creating a space for Shabbat to enter our homes and our heart.
We're braiding the challah and getting ready for Shabbat.
It is a time to be with God, with those closest to us in our family, and with our community. A time to focus on the most important things in life. In Judaism, there is an idea that the whole week is built around Shabbat. Shabbat comes ahead of just about every other commitment. Instead of building Shabbat into our schedule is built around Shabbat. It has been said, it is not the Jews who keep Shabbat, but the Shabbat that keeps the Jews. The Shabbat table is more than a meal. It carries the heart and the soul of our Jewish people, keeps our families together, and unites us in faith. Let's walk through some of the important parts of a Shabbat meal, as we do it in our family. We begin Shabbat by lighting Shabbat candles. We have 2 candles, one for the mitzvah to remember Shabbat, and a second for the mitzvah to keep Shabbat. Friday night is a time to celebrate the women of our homes. Traditionally, women light Shabbat candles and say the blessing. We cover our eyes as the candles are lit and the blessing is sung, to have a moment to prepare our hearts to enter Shabbat. I like to intentionally let the week go and then open my eyes to the warm, quiet glow of the Shabbat flame.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat shalom, everybody. We love to give each other a Shabbat greeting kiss and whisper a blessing. After the candles are lit, we sing a beautiful song called Shalom Aleichem, Peace be with you, just as if we were welcoming a queen. It's a song to welcome Shabbat into our home. Here we are singing to invite the angels to join us at our Shabbat table. After Shalom Aleichem, we say the Aaronic benediction over the children. If you don't have children, you'd skip this. If you do, this weekly blessing becomes a critical part of your children's identity and an opportunity to touch and speak into their lives. Yesimcha Elohim Kephraim v'ki Menashe. May God bless you like He's blessed Ephraim and Manasseh. Yesimech Elohim Kesara Rivka Rachel v'Leah. May God bless you like He's blessed Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Yavarecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yikunecha. Yasa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. After the blessing, we have a family tradition where our children whisper a blessing for their mother, something kind that they wish to say in their own words. We continue with our theme of blessing one another. Husbands, this is a time to say a blessing over your bride.
Place before her the fruit of her hands. Wherever people gather, her deeds speak her praise.
Traditionally, we read Proverbs 31, Eshet Kyle. I recommend that you hold hands and stay close. Next, we have an ennobling blessing that a wife says over her husband.
His mind is firm, trusting in the Lord. His heart is steady, he will not be fearful.
Now we say Kiddush. Kiddush means sanctification. Brei Pri Hagafen, fruit of the vine, is a symbol of joy in Judaism. We use wine or grape juice to proclaim that the Shabbat is holy in our lives. We use a special Kiddush cup set aside for Shabbat, filled to the brim as a symbol of the fullness of our blessing and joy. We like to overflow it just a little, symbolic of Yeshua's love overflowing our hearts.
ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי, ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו, ושבת קודשו ואהבהו רצון, אם כולנו זכור למעשה בראשית. כי הוא יום תהילה למקרא קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי באנו בחרת ויצאנו גירשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך יבוא ברצון, אם חטאנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. L'chaim, everyone!
If you don't yet know the Hebrew, that's okay. Just read the Kiddush in English. In our family, we say both the English and the Hebrew, giving more Shabbat jobs to our kids. After Kiddush, we ritually wash our hands, called Netilat Yadayim. We love to sing a song during this time. There's a special cup for Netilat Yadayim with two handles. You take the cup in your non-dominant hand first and pour water over your dominant hand. I like to pour the water slowly and pay attention to the cleansing feeling of my hands. I like to visualize the worries of the week being washed away. There are different opinions about how many times to wash. We like to pour 3 times over each hand. I find that it extends the moment. And I like to think of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit cleansing me with each pour.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadayim.
Amen.
After you've washed your hands, some have the custom of not talking before you say hamotzi over the challah and eat. You can, of course, sing. And in our family, that often turns into some dancing. Some have the tradition of removing your rings from your hands. Rain and I like to give one of our daughters our rings to keep them safe while we wash our hands. Then we have a time where we put them on each other, a symbolic way of renewing our marriage covenant each Shabbat. And now we say hamotzi. We say a blessing to God for our bread and our meal.
Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lachem min haaretz. Amen.
And now it's time to eat. In our family, we have a custom where each person says a Lchaim, or a nice thing, to someone else at the table while we eat our first course, usually challah and salad. Sometimes we'll save L'chaims for the end of the meal. We've had many joy-filled and even tear-filled moments during L'chaims. What a joy. Well, enjoy your Shabbat table and make sure to invite your Ruach Israel community to join you. Shabbat Shalom.